I don't. I
I didn't know. Sorry about that. We are back. I think we're back. Are we back? Sorry about that.
All right, it's been a great show. So we'll see you next week.
We had some technical issues.
So back online. I don't even remember where we're at. I was talking about some golf clubs. But anyways, I think as far as the driver was concerned, that's kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about. I'm playing the G425 driver. Pretty sure.
So on different drivers, Ping does this, right? We see in Ping's line we have a Max.
Yep.
We have what is this one? LST.
This is the LST,
which is
it's the low spin head,
and then they have an SFT.
They do. That's the straight face technology.
So that helps with
slices.
There we go.
Yeah. So the LST, I've been playing the LST heads and I've been playing Ping drivers for a long time. I'm kind of just creature of habit. I really enjoy a lot of the Ping products. This isn't like a Ping commercial here. It's just something that
it could be.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm sure the production quality needs to increase. So we
have to actually be on the air.
Yeah, there you go. That's not a day. That's just us, right?
We're consistent.
We are consistently bad. So, anyways, G425. I've got that set to 9 degrees, and it's a LST head, and it's in the standard weight. The shaft. This isn't my normal shaft. It's the shaft that I only play is a Grab Design BB6, and this one was one I had in the bag. It's kind of the backup shaft because my gamer got in a little bit of a battle with a hatchback, so trunk slammed and it wasn't. That was not a complete accident. Got back from Alexandria Golf Club, and the club just kind of fell out of the back of the car. So, anyways, now I'm playing a hazardous RDX smoked. Again, all this stuff is kind of geared towards low spin. The faster you swing it, the more you got to be conscious of the backspin and what that can do, the negative impact it can have on your game and distance. So, golf ball I play is Pro V1X Left Dash. So, yeah, Pro V1's got a whole bunch of different recipes. So, they've got the Pro V1, Pro V1X, Pro V1 Left Dash, and now they've got the Left Dot. I don't know if I've never played the Left Dot, don't know too much about it, but the Left Dash, from what I understand, is the 2012 Pro V1X, and the pros are specifically requesting that recipe. It's the longest ball. Personally, that thing just goes. The part that I like the best about golf ball is that I don't tend to lose it off the tee. I don't get too much spin on it. So when you're going after it, if I get really quick, I tend to lose it left, and that ball tends to go hard left on me. So I like it. It is a little bit firmer. I wish it was a little bit softer on the green, still clicky, but I can get you it. So it's a good golf ball. All right. Oh, putter. Head cover.
Huh.
That looks
Didn't
familiar.
we just see that one?
Yeah, we just did. So Ping answer too. And just like you said, they're coming out with new putters. This one was actually, so this is the TR 1966. So this is the exact same specifications as what came out in 1966. The only difference is the TR grooves on it. So they put some grooves in that. The TR grooves, the design of it is to create the same ball speed off of the face of the putter from toe, heel, center strike. So the grooves are a little bit deeper off of the center of the face, and they get a little bit thinner, which tends to increase the ball speed on the toe and the heel. So all of which is, like when we talk with Chris Groach, it's all about being able to stop your ball the correct distance. So and that's ultimately what that helps me do is distance control. But yeah, I've been putting with that for a long time. Not since 1966, but I've been putting with it for a long time. So that's my bag, guys. What do we got for GMAC?
Well, and speaking of 1966, we have GMAX clubs. Max, you want to show us what you got in your bag today?
Why don't you show me what I have in my bag, Matt?
On your big leather bag, Greg, weighs a ton.
Does that have like a hickory stick stand?
I see you still have your flight tag on it from 1943. How old are you?
What is in there?
Well, he's a kind of a McGregor guy as far as when it comes to the woods. He's got the McGregor tourney.
See, I got a problem with my tea, Mark.
Jeez.
Persimmon wood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you get these?
So, I've, over the years, one thing,
Those are
way
good.
back when I worked at National Golf, I remember when Dave Voss had moved from, which used to be called the Oak Park Plaza. I don't know if it's still that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like where the Royal Pork Buffet was.
Uh-huh.
Now it's a fitness center, I think. That's kind of ironic. Anyway, and when he moved, we had so much used crap and just stuff laying around. But then also myself, I think, just acquiring some things, finding some things, people giving stuff away or whatever. And I just thought, man, it's kind of cool keeping some of this old stuff.
There's some good stuff in there.
And so this is just some, but talking about this club is like about the size of a hybrid now.
I know.
And we laugh about this, but seriously, Chris is younger than Greg and I. But literally in high school, I was still playing a wood. I don't feel I'm that old, but I guess I obviously am. Wilson blades. They weren't quite this vintage, but they weren't too far behind. And I think I had like an R90. I might have had an R90 and an R20 sand wedge at one point. It was an old Wilson one as well.
Man, there's some good stuff in here.
This is the putter I actually used in high school. So this is it's an AP Arnold Palmer triple blade. I need to get a little leather conditioner to that.
Jesus.
That one's crispy.
Oh my goodness, there's some good stuff in there.
But this is like, so talking about like
a 2-iron in there.
But that's what I mean. Talking about
thing. That thing. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's small.
The ball's bigger than the head.
I remember
the turf rider soul.
This has probably been about 15 years ago or something like that. I was going to go play one day, and my wife had the vehicle with my clubs in it. And I was like, I had just some time to kill as far as on that particular day. It was a pretty nice morning or whatever. I'm like, geez, I really wanted to get out there. And we were living out at Holly at that time. And so I didn't have my sticks. And so I'm like, well, I'm finding something. And so I did. I found some old sticks just to go grab I had a set of Wilson blades still that I had played at one time. And I had a persimmon head, and it was like a nice Cleveland Classic head. I remember getting like to the second hole. This was before Holly changed their holes, and we're getting to the second hole. I don't know what the golf ball I was using, but obviously it's more of a modern day golf ball. And it just
totally shattered
the plastic insert in it. So. But you think of this. So you look at like this set makeup: 1, 3, 5 wood, 2 through pitching wedge, sand wedge, and a putter. So that would be like what was common. You'd go to the shelf. And you'd see it would probably be like 3 through pitching wedge, more than likely. Lofts, obviously, a lot different today than they were back then. Back here, this pitching wedge is probably 50 degrees of loft.
Yep.
That's like a second wedge for a lot of people.
Yeah, I just think of like teaching, the differences in teaching and like how quickly people can get better now, and yes, teaching is a big part of it, but the equipment and the enjoyment of playing golf, my God, how did people not give up the game? If you're getting a set with a 2, 3, 4, 5 iron, and we in sets now, we don't even see. Rarely are we seeing 4 irons, and rarely are we seeing 5 irons now. People are starting their sets at 6, 7s, and 8s. That's pretty commonplace.
Right. And that's I think something like part of the reason why I brought these stakes. And we were talking
They
a
have
little bit what's in the
barnacles
bag.
on them. Look at this. There's stuff growing on these.
Yeah, don't touch that. And but when you think of like set makeups and when people are getting into the game now, and what you
That's
even
crazy.
see like when you've probably seen some of your own customers, it's kind of interesting seeing what they might have in their bags as far as set makeups. A lot of times it seems like we have so many clubs like in the longer portion, like even like a 3-wood, for instance. Maybe a really strong lofted or not a lot of lofted hybrid, or maybe we do have like even possibly see like a 4-iron, maybe a rare occasion a 3-iron. And these are clubs that they really don't function very well with. They can't hit those clubs very well. And so it's like, and then you look on the shorter end of it, and they might just stand with like a pitching wedge. They might not even have like a sand wedge in their bag. And some people, I mean, have you guys given lessons before when you've talked to your individuals about these things, and they might even have like a more lofted wedge, like a 58 or 60? Like, well, yeah, but I never use that club. Why? Well, I don't really know how to use it or what it is. I'm like, well, it's truly kind of as an extension of every other club. Do you ever think wish manufacturers would have just actually started the number system and worked their way all the way through the sand wedge? It's like, well, that's my 11 club, that's my 12 club, that's my 13 club.
I've never thought that.
But it just seems like it would be easier for people because they start looking at all these lofts and things like that, and it's just like, you wouldn't be thinking that why would I use that 58? I don't know how to use that or what would that even be for. That's just like out of bunkers or traps at Osgood.
Bear traps. It's our bear traps.
And so that's why I think like club fitting, I think what they do with club fitting now compared to like we used to have like demo days, and club fitting really I think gets more involved in these type of decisions with the customer to really make it more advantageous for them to have tools in their bag that they can be more productive with and make it easier. So I would really highly encourage anybody you're looking at do a new set to go through actually a club fitting. So, but we're not dying now again, are we?
I don't know. I keep wondering how we're doing. So, well, thanks for sharing your there, G-Man.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I thought about it all last night what I was going to bring.
Well, you brought the heat today. That was really good. So, if you haven't done so already, and you enjoy the content, that we're providing, and you can go ahead and comment on any of that if it's up right now. But go ahead, subscribe, Muni Misfits in the morning. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, hopefully. I don't even know. I mean, we might be just kind of going out into the ether right now. So, but hey, it's been a blast talking to you guys about golf equipment today. Thanks for
having us over at Osgood.
So, if you haven't done so already, this is the pitch. Fall golf passes on sale. Go over to fargogolf.net. You get a slamming deal on some fall golf, and all 5 facilities right now are in super shape. So hats off to all the supers out there taking care of the golf course. Fall golf is my favorite time to play, and hopefully it's yours too. So get out there and swing some equipment, whether it's new or old. So we'd love to have you. Thanks for joining us. You guys got anything else to add? No, nothing at the final second?
No final for me.
No final. All right. We will see you next week, hopefully.
Maybe.
Yeah. At 7 o'clock. This is Muni Misfits in the morning. I'm Chris Larson at Osgood, Greg McCullough, Edgewood, and Matt Cook. Where are you? Mars, Venus, where are you at?
All of the above.
Rose Creek and Prairiewood. So thanks for joining us. We will see you next week.